Hey Gemini, welcome back to Intuitive Dreams 1111. I hope you're doing well. So, this is your reading for the new moon in Cancer. So, that was on July 5th. So, technically, that was yesterday, but we are still in the energy. So, by me doing your reading today on the 6th, we are still in good timing. New moons are about growth. New beginnings and new cycles. The particular Cancer energy, Cancer likes to protect itself by holding things in. So during this new moon time, it's a time where we want to think about planting what we've kept inside, right? What is hidden? What we got to bring it out to the forefront. Do we want to have that conversation? Do we want to realize what it is that we're seeing, what it is that we know? So I am using a new oracle deck. This is Dream Ritual. The card that came out for you was Strength. Some stormy seas and there's some lightning coming down. And so Strength card, the qualities of this is animate, witness, discover, empower, and self-confidence. So it's all about coming back into you for this particular reading. The token that came out was the bus. Okay, and that did not land on any particular place on the moon mat. That kind of came out for the moon mat. If it doesn't land on a placement, if it's up here, the outer space area, up here I say, okay, future. Back here is the past. Anywhere right on the sides, I say it's the present moment, okay? The school bus, well, not school bus, but bus, okay? So what the token represents is back to school, okay? So learning, or it can also mean group travel. So for this particular reading, we are going to stick with back to school. So a learning, right? Going through a learning phase of discovering something, realizing something. And when I clarified from the situations deck, you ended up with receipts. Okay, so that's proof, showing me magnetic. And so that is an unexplainable pull and something, person, place, thing you can't resist. And then irreconcilable differences. So this is the divorce and final. So what this is telling me is that you're coming into a time where you're going to start to see the proof, start to get more clear on a person that you've had struggles with resisting before, right? There's always been an unexplainable pull towards somebody, but you're also realizing that there's differences between you two. And this could be something that is being finalized, during this time. Not necessarily finalized right at the time, but you realizing that something could need to come to finalization. When I clarified the receipts, you ended up with the Seven of Wands, the Four of Cups, the Tower, the Knight of Wands, the Ace of Pentacles. Okay. So during this new moon time, okay, what you're going to start to realize is somebody that you've always stood up for, somebody you've always had, you've always had a love for this person. You've always tried to show your love towards somebody. And so you're going to realize that by you constantly aiming your love, your attention, your passion towards trying to show somebody, a solid beginning. So you're trying to create a solid new beginning with somebody that clearly, isn't having it, right? You're trying to offer a couple of, they're kind of pulling back and disconnected from it, not really interested in the love that you're trying to offer them. And this is going to be more of I want to say, an internal tower moment, because this is where you're going to realize it, right? It's kind of like it's already been there, the signs, but you probably haven't really paid much attention to it. So you've kind of just kept things inside, and you kind of kept moving towards this person because there was an irresistible pull. You feel very connected to this person, even though they're quite disconnected to you. When we clarified the magnetic card, you ended up with the 8 of Cups, Justice, Ten of Swords. And so what this is saying is the person you're trying to connect with is drawing from you. You're disappointed by the fact that there isn't any real balance. It is you putting in effort. They are not necessarily putting in the effort because they see you're putting in effort. And so it's constantly putting you in a self-defeated, right? You're constantly feeling defeated by constantly trying to put in your efforts. When I wanted to know a little bit more about what the connection was, why the abandonment, why is there constant disappointment, there's emotional abandonment, and now it's kind of starting to come to truth, right, with Justice, right? Because Justice is about truth, clarity, fairness, equality. It's cause and effect, right? It's kind of like, what are you doing and what are the effects of it? And so it's the reconciliation, the union of trying to give something another chance. When I clarified more about the union of you trying to come into union again with this person, we ended up with the 10 of Wands. So, and then there's 2 10s here, right? So this is, 10s are a completion of a cycle. And this is kind of what you're seeing and realizing. So it was just something I wanted to point out by there being 2 10s. You ended up with the Page of Swords, the Magician, and the Page of Wands. So what you were constantly doing is you were manifesting in another chance, right? Being able to come back into union with this person, right? Offering the cup of love. And you were always the one taking the initiative to reach out, and whether you were text messaging, emailing, calling, you were the one trying to start the communication. You were always manifesting this person to be able to come back into union, right? It was like you saw the potential in this, but they were not seeing any potential, right? Because you were the one that kept trying. And so you were always the free spirit, right? And you couldn't get past the page, right? So pages are a lot like friendship too, right? That's the beginning stages of a relationship. It's the beginning of talking. It's the beginning of, you're aiming your passion towards somebody. It's kind of like being the fool, right? Taking that little leap of faith towards somebody. And you kept trying, right? And you found that by constantly trying to be the one, the only one, by the way, reaching out and seeing the potential and being the one who was constantly trying to show excitement towards this, with you not getting anything back, this person's constantly being checked out, it's going to start to become stressful. Okay. Everybody's on different timelines. Some of you are feeling the stress of this now. Some of you have already felt the stress. Some of you are going to come up and feel the stress of this. And you're going to want to start to drop the burdens because of feeling the Ten of Swords, always feeling defeated, always feeling, every time this person would not reach back to you or open their arms up to you and show you a little love like you were, right? Because here, you are constantly trying to show a couple love and they're rejecting it. So it's like every time you tried, it was another sword in your back. And so now it's kind of coming to over here with the irreconcilable differences, divorce final. It's kind of like you're coming to your final destination of what this is, right? Kind of like somebody, when I say, back to school and learning, I feel like, think of it this way. We're in summertime. So now somebody, even though school's let out, now you're in back to school, summer school, right? You're coming through that final lesson. I feel like you're during this time trying to reach out one more time to this person to see if you can make a go at coming back into union or getting something started with this person. This is kind of like your final lesson. So when I clarified the irreconcilable differences card, the divorce and final, we ended up with the High Priestess, the Ten of Cups, the Nine of Wands. And then I did a further clarification on the Ten of Cups just to get a little more information. It was basically the same thing. The family card came out from another deck. Okay. Because the Ten of Cups is also about, family. It's divine love, harmony. It's that what everybody wants. It's that happy home life, relationship, the picket fence and, just feeling good and exciting and, feeling safe and secure and possibly even starting that family. And so what this is saying is you're coming through this final lesson to where you're now going to start to trust yourself, that you have higher morals, right? You're going to put that love back into yourself because as you can see here with the magnetic section, when I clarified, the only cups here was being walked away from, right? Cups are your emotions, the relationship, the feelings, it's your intuition. It's the feeling. And the only feeling here was being disregarded. It was being walked away from, making you feel disappointed. So now that you're realizing this person, they're not going to give back to you. Okay? They don't have the love to give and they don't want to accept it. So now you're going to come to your realization of accepting your own self-love, putting it back into you. You're tired, right? The wounded warrior, you kept trying and pushing and putting everything you had into this. And now what you're going to do is you're going to be like this guy. You're going to put all the wands up. You're going to put them up behind you and step in front of this and move forward, right? So you're going to put that block up, right? They've blocked you. So now you're going to block them and put all this love that you have, that you kept being persistent with, this passion and real solid effort, you're going to put into yourself and start showing yourself love so you can heal. So you're going to go through the healing phase because you're going to learn that this is a final ending for you. Ten of Swords, done, no more. You're not playing these games with this person anymore. So what I'm going to do is pull, see what we have in higher self messages, see if there's any other messages or if there's any advice for you out of this, anything you can take from this. What do we have here for Gemini? Oh, we got a few of them here. Okay. So the first one is you have many layers of truth to discover. Just like I was saying, right? You notice how it's like, I'm going to say it's like a moon in the center, but like there's all these layers coming up off to get to that kind of like that sun moon, right? You're going through stages of learning, right? You've probably, look at, those are many layers of you discovering that this person just doesn't have it in them to accept the love that you're willing to offer. There is a way if you are willing to change the way you see it, right? So great advice, because you will get to the 10 of Cups, the devoted love, the harmony, the blissful relationship, the dreams coming true, the family you want, when you look at this current situation in a different way and realizing, okay, they don't want my love, so I'm putting it into me, right? You're going to realize that. And then you'll be able to get to that feeling safe and happy again. You are a beacon for others to follow, so don't hide the bright light you are, right? So you're discovering all these layers about you. You're learning, right? You've been in school. You're now in summer school. You're coming through a final realization, and now you'll be able to learn, and people will be able to see and learn from you, right? That you have the light. When you shine your light and you put the light into you, people will come to you because they know you're about love. So the right people will come to you. You're just dealing with somebody who's not interested in accepting any love, right? They don't have any love to offer. That's okay. You put it into yourself. People will see you shining, and then they're going to be like, oh, wow, look at Gemini. Look at that. They're beautiful. Look at them. Look how confident they are. I think I want to go talk to them, right? I want to get up in their energy. I want to see what they're about, right? So then those people will be drawn to you, right? Rather than you trying to force somebody to see your love and force somebody to love. We can't do that. We can't force anybody to love. We can't force them to love themselves. And we can't force them to see that, we have all this love to give. We just can't do it. They have to learn it and see it for themselves. When you start the path appears. Take a step in any direction, right? So once this clears for you, right, and you realize, okay, I can't take any more swords in my back. I'm tired. I'm the wounded warrior. I've tried this so many times. I'm done. I'm going to rest. I'm going to love myself. Then when you take that first step of loving yourself, that's the step in the right direction for you. So, Gemini, I hope this was helpful to you. Much love and light. I will talk to you soon.